Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, that's not bad. Gotta take a shit though.
What is up, YouTube? Hope you guys are all freaking doing well. Welcome back to another episode of Gains and Glory. It is a beautiful, beautiful, what is this? Friday morning, August 8th. Time is currently just past 6:20 about. 6:20 on the dot. And yeah, running a tad earlier than yesterday, about 30 minutes earlier. Makes sense. First time really in my routine yesterday. It always takes a day or so to kind of accelerate my pace, get used to the moves, the morning rhythm. But that said, we've basically done that. Meal number one has been consumed: beef and rice. Keep it plain, brown rice and beef. And then, 5K steps have been walked. And so I found that between going to the gym and doing 5K in the morning, by the time I'm back home at like 7:30, I'm pretty much done with my steps in my workouts. I'm like, thanks. I'm at like 7 to 8K steps, and like the workout obviously completed. So out of 10K a day, my day's basically done. Pretty athletically, if you want to call it that, by like 7:30, which is kind of a nice feeling. I'm not gonna lie, but obviously we are trying to get 10K, and so I end up walking like a tad extra. Usually like a trip to the store or something. I don't know. I think later I might go pick up some broccoli or something, but that'll put me right at 10K, and then beyond that, man, there's not much else to it. I mean, this stuff's pretty simple. I was watching some old school bodybuilding vids yesterday, and it's like, man, these guys just do the same thing day in, day out for years. It's not special. With enough repetition gets you there, right? So, I don't know, not much more to say. Right, morning weight 165. When I say I'm gonna go to the store to pick something up, I mean fiber, broccoli, because yeah, we've not gained 3 pounds in 3 days. What's going on is I am holding on to a lot of something. I think, you know what? I need to up my fiber. I thought brown rice alone would be enough at first because I was doing like 5 servings a day, but not quite. So add a little bit of broccoli, some steamed vegetables in there, and I think that should be good. Could actually be cheaper to add beans, so I'm thinking about just doing that because they're actually extremely fiber dense. So I don't know, maybe I'll do that instead, but I'll give it some thought. But yeah, either way, we will be making some sort of trip to a store in a bit after the workout. And in terms of the workout, today is a, I believe, push-focused, pull focused full body day. And so starting off with some major back movements, major back compounds, and then a little bit of pull, you would think hamstring, but I don't really have my split set up that way right now, so it's gonna be more like back with some quads potentially, unless I decide to put that off to tomorrow and actually reincorporate hamstring into today, which I could do. It is an option, but we'll see. I'll take it as it goes, see how my hamstrings feel. And then besides that, a little bit of overhead press, not bad. And then yeah, not much more than that, I don't think. But I am going to try and up my volume. I've realized that the volume I am doing weekly is on the lower side. I could up it a bit. And so I'm thinking one more set of back than normal. So we'll do 3 sets of back. And then we'll do like one more set of, I don't think I need to do one more set of incline shoulder press, but maybe. I'll think about it. So compounds, another set here and there, and then isolation work, I'll probably throw in another set as well, because today is triceps? I believe tricep isolation work. Yesterday was buys, and so, on my pull day, I'm also going to add another set of bicep curls, which could be too much. My buys kind of tend to take not so much volume, so we'll see. But never any harm, in trying new stuff out, right? Especially when it's on the increasing volume spectrum, because if you increase your volume, you can always just cut it. But decreasing volume becomes more complicated because it's harder to see muscle gain over time. Scientifically, we kind of know that if you increase volume and you can still recover, you're probably getting more muscle, right? So, a little bit easier mentally to make that decision and be like, okay, I'll just increase my volume. If I recover, I'm probably doing the right thing. If you decrease your volume, well, you're not going to recover any slower, likely. So it's kind of tough to know, maybe I'm not maximizing gains anymore, maybe I am. But that was kind of me during my cut, and I did see a lot of progress, a lot of growth, but I think at that point I was overworked just because I was so deep in the cut. At this point, maintaining, big difference. So up the volume a bit, see where that takes us. And then besides that, not much more to freaking think about. Just go in there, push around some iron, focus on compounds more, hopefully, because I'm getting there around 6:30, 6:35. It will be a bit less crowded. I can actually get, like, some sort of compound machinery. I'm hoping to get a rack so I can do barbell rows, because I haven't done that in ages. But if not, whatever. Either way, I'll see you guys inside to get this workout completed. Alright, so this is what I was talking about when I said Planet Fitness. Got some new equipment. Freaking free weights. Planet Fitness. It's like I'm living in an alternate dimension, but they're nice too. Like, that's the thing. Like, this is like a nice ass fucking barbell. I don't know if it has the brand on here, but yeah, American barbell. This is an American barbell plate. I mean, it's just nice as fuck. So, not complain. Hammer strength squat machine. I'm thinking about squat rack. I mean, platform and everything, guys. So I'm thinking instead of this, wide with rows, and then go from there into maybe, well, I'm thinking 2 sets. Keep it simple for today. 2 sets of this, and then 1 set of close grip underhand for the lats. I think that'll be it for back day. Right? Well, it should be solid. You get a squat belt or a pull-up belt. I might get one of those and start doing the pull-up because I actually really like weighted pull-ups, but regardless, if we can get the set done. Okay. Whew. This is a solid out of 10. I actually felt that quite a bit in my upper back, so okay, yeah. Do one more of those. This is 135 on the plate. Then probably keep the same weight and do some lat buys after. Done with upper back bias, so let's do some close grip. Underhand this time, actually. So, I don't know, this is going to be interesting. I haven't done this, like, ever, to be honest. But it should be good. Should be good. Underhand back bias. And then, well, after this, I guess we'll just have to see. But for now, just focus on getting a good squeeze at the top, a good stretch, and getting these sets done. I'm only going to do one of these. Alright, I think I'm gonna superset that. A bit of pull-ups. Didn't feel like amazing. Let's do that real quick. Ooh. Alright, I'll take that. Oh, let's go do some fries. Alright, so if you can hear me over this lady pumping the ropes, I'd be a little bit of J press, so compound tricep movement should be good. Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. But anyway, 2 sets of this, and then move on to something else. Not quite sure what yet, but we'll see. 15 on either side. Yeah. Yeah. Nice thing about that is you can always just bring it forward and you get stuck and you just chest press it. So, oh yeah. Right, that was like 7.5. We'll do one more set. Bit weird there at the end, but I decided, you know what, why not do some like superset-ish things, just pressing up on my chest, but going down the try, nothing really good. So I was like 7. Well, let's go from there. I think do some overhead press. Alright, finishing off here with one set of overhead press. So weight-wise, I don't know if it's gonna be too light, too heavy, or what. I haven't been Smith for a while, but what is this? 115, not much. But 35 each side, 70 plus 45 bar, 115. So probably gonna be a bit more legs on that say, but I have already done triceps. And yesterday we did chest, so it was, but give it all I got. Setup's a bit weird. I think I've been far too bad rack, but whatever. So I'm trying my best here. Let's freaking get it. Alright, this is all 9. Let's see if I can get out of here. Alright, so making a change, decided that I wanted to do a more of a lengthy position hamstring exercise and why not make it a compound. So I walked all the way up to the other hamstring machine, sat there for like 5 minutes and was like, you know what, fuck this. Why don't we just do some good old SLDL? So I am pushing back quads onto my push day now. Could be doing some hamstring. So 2 days in a row of hams, but whatever. We'll take an adaptation period. And yeah, 185. This might be a little bit light, but I'm going to ease into it. I don't want to go too heavy. So nice and slow. SLDL is hit it. Not gonna lie, my lower back kind of failed there for my hams did, but that was so solid as fuck. We'll do one more of those. That was 80. think it was better form than the last one. I really focused on keeping my back straight. I felt that a lot more where I wanted to feel it. All right, I think we do a setup. Leg raises right here. Oh. All right, good old hanging leg raises, nothing fancy. Set of this, and we'll be almost done with this workout. Oh. All right. Oh man. Here we go. It's a bit awkward. Whatever. This is a deep butter maybe. Good like. This is something. A little bit. Whew. Whew. I'm gonna try something. Some people advise putting a bar behind your back. That way, you can't like round forward. See if that works. I have to put it lower for sure. See if this helps. It actually does. Holy shit. Okay. That's solid. Alright. I might not do that again, but it wasn't terrible. Let's see if we can snag a pec deck. Alright, 135. Should be just about solid here, so warm up quickly. We'll get into that working set. Do 130. All right. I saw it's 5 or 6. That's good to me. Let's finish up. What's an adductor? What's an adductor here? Yeah. That was solid 17. Let's go pose down. This way. Okay, so that workout took a lot longer than normal. It is 7:39. My watch says 7:03. I'm not quite sure what happened. I think it turned off accidentally somehow. It's all busted up, so I'm gonna have to reset that. But either way, it took us like an hour 20, hour 10 for the workout. I'm thinking I can shave off at least 25 minutes from that just from like getting into a routine. This is the first time I've ever hit that. It's basically all in one squat rack, which is freaking awesome, right? So can't complain. I actually love doing free weights. I've realized I think that's where a lot of my passion kind of started to fade away. When it started to fade away was when I switched away from a lot of free weights because I just love that shit. So anyway, let's get some poses done and get the hell out of here because I gotta eat. See what we got going on. It's gnarly. All right, I think that's about it. I guess I could do some legs. See what's going on. My lighting's not the best, but definitely something going on. Either way, pretty much happy with that. So, all right. Regardless, that was a good ass session. Thank you guys, like usual, for freaking checking in. I'm thinking I'm gonna stick definitely more with compound focus session. I just feel like I get a better workout. You know, it's like you can do a lot of isolatory stuff, but especially if you're starting out. I mean, I'm still a newbie, really, in a lot of ways. Like getting compound or focusing your workout mostly on compounds almost ensures that you get a really wide stimulus. You know, because if you do a bunch of isolation movements, there's a lot of gaps in a way, right? If you do a bunch of compounds, you're kind of hitting everything one way or another. So, anyway, that's a bit of a gross side stuff, but it's true in a lot of ways. Either way, I'm gonna freaking walk back, get a meal in, and hopefully complete my steps later. A bit bummed about this walk because I think we would have walked probably at least 500, maybe 1,000 indoors, but that just means I'll get some more cardio than I usually do. So, I'll see you guys the next episode, hopefully tomorrow, for Gains and Glory. You guys know the drill, like usual. Stay lean, stay huge, stay hungry. Dave now. Catch you guys next time. Peace.